and welcome back to another video. My name is Lena and this is where I talk about books and art and life, but mostly books, and today is no different. I'm going to be talking about my 2024 reading journal. A lot of people have shared their flip throughs this year, and I thought, you know what, like I have so much fun working in my journal and I always put so much thought into it at the start of the year, so why not share mine as well? So I hope you enjoy this flip through. Comment below on whether you keep a reading journal, and if so, what kinds of pages and spreads you like to have in it. I'm always looking for ideas on how to improve just the efficacy of my journaling, so always open to suggestions. I guess we can just get into this flip through. My reading journal for 2024 is pretty simple. I feel like, because if I have too many spreads that I need to keep up with, I tend to give up. So I tried to keep it really simple, but still fun. So this is my reading journal for 2024. I was saving this sticker for the longest time and couldn't decide what I wanted to do with it. So I decided, you know what, time to stop hoarding it, and I'll just put it on the cover so I can see it all the time and enjoy it. So yeah. The first page is just my title page, Lena's reading journal, and I decided to just use like some of the stickers and washi tape that I had to just kind of like dress it up and give it some character, kind of like set the feeling for the year. All of these torn pages actually come from a copy of Legends and Lattes, because I had ordered it online and it arrived on a very rainy day, and it came completely like wrinkly and destroyed. And so they sent me a new copy and they were like, oh, just do whatever you want with the old one. It's like not readable. So I salvaged the pages that I could, and I'm using them in my journal. This particular journal, this is like a cheaper one from Amazon. I think it's called the Redicy. It comes with a table of contents, but I don't really use that, so I'm thinking I'll probably like tape these pages together so that you will just immediately flip to my rating system, which is just a standard 5-star rating system. If it only has 1 star, I hated it. If it has 2 stars, I feel nothing towards it. If it has 3 stars, someone will like this. It was okay for me. 4 stars is, oh, this was really good, would recommend. And then 5 stars is amazing, and I am not who I was before this book. So for something to be 5 stars, it has to be like really, really life-changing for me. So then I have my future log, and this year I just printed off calendars and taped them in. This paper is a little bit on the thin side, so I didn't want to write them all out and have them bleed through. So I just printed them off Canva and glued them in. I'm not exactly sure that I like that with like the edges and things, but maybe I'll find something cute to do with that. I could like line it with washi tape, I don't know. So we'll see. And then I plan to, as I go along, like highlight important dates. So like right now I have Winterween highlighted because right now it's January 2nd. So I don't have a lot of future dates picked out yet, but so I do have that first readathon. And then this is my 24 in 24. I tried to keep it to primarily books that I already have on my shelf that I have not had the opportunity to read yet. Some of the books The Marriage Portrait, I actually started like on the 31st of December. And so I just finished it, and so I've actually already rated that one, as well as Legends and Lattes. I started them like around the same time, and so for some of you guys it might be like, that's cheating, that is not a 2024 read, but I wanted to make sure they didn't get lost in the shuffle and that I still like remembered reading them and had record of them and everything, so I put them on my 24 in 24 so I wouldn't forget. And so I was really intentional about adding some classics to my list this year that I haven't read. So 1984, Little Women, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, those are all on there. And I tried to just have like a good variety of contemporary and classics and horror. And even though my printer was being like really messy and faulty, I still was just like, whatever, I'll just cut them out and paste them in. No big deal. So kind of trying to let go of that perfectionism. And with my stickers and stuff and my washi tape, I just kind of tried to pick out like a palette amongst like all the stuff that I already had that would look nice. And I really do like the way that it looks. It has kind of like a cottagey core kind of feel to it, very like natural with like the mushrooms and the herbs and wildflowers and things like that. So yeah. So this is a page that I am reserving for my 5-star reads. I just got done filming my top 10 books of 2023, and it was really hard to go through and remember like, oh, which books were my favorite, because if you read a lot of books in a year, some of them kind of just get like lost and mixed up in the shuffle. And so I want to do a really good job of keeping track of my favorite books throughout the year, so that when we get to the end of the year, I can look back and I'll already have kind of my favorites spread out here and I'll be able to see. I'm not sure if I'm going to list them or if I'm going to print off their book covers. I haven't really decided yet, but I do think that this will be like a really beneficial page for me. And then this is where I am keeping my yearly stats. I like messed up and didn't actually put like the months, so I just got this one out and glued this piece in to help me remember which line is for which month, so hopefully that stays put. So I am going to each month keep track of how many pages I've read, how many audiobooks, physical books, and ebooks. I just got a Kindle for Christmas. Topher surprised me with a Kindle, so I'm excited that I got to put ebook on the list. Also, how many library books, how many books I have purchased that month, and then how many I've read total. The goal is always going to be to read more than I have purchased, because I am really good at spending money and need to not be as good at it. So I want to read more than I buy. And then I just have a page to jot down my YouTube ideas. So like I put my 2024 reading journal on there. I just like sometimes will be like hit with ideas randomly, and on YouTube, like I really just make videos about my books and my reading and stuff. So I figured having a page here would be beneficial. And then this is a goals page for 2024. Obviously not a lot of goals yet. I'm not really interested in doing, resolutions and things like that, but I do want to kind of just like tap back into my personal intuition and taking care of myself. It's very easy for me with my ADHD to kind of like get into this like machine mode where I am just like going, and I'm not stopping to take care of myself. And sometimes my reading, instead of it being more of a self-care thing, it's more of like an escapism thing. And so my one goal that I've written here so far is honoring my desires. And so like an example of that is like, I love the idea of getting up to do some sun salutations right now. Like actually honoring that and getting up to do it and not just thinking about it and wishing that I had done it. So just really trying to prioritize that and listening to myself and tapping back into my intuition. So yeah. And then this is my books read log. So I made a little like Dutch door situation here because I thought if I'm looking at it 6 months at a time, that would be like, I just feel like it would feel really like encouraging. I'm not sure this is like actually enough space though, because like as I'm writing, I'm like, oh, I didn't have room for the author's, like who the author was, and so I've just been writing the titles, but maybe I don't need this much space. I don't know, I'll kind of see as I'm going along. And I also like that, oh, it switches at the 6-month point, because if I don't like the way that how I've done it here, come July, I can do something a little different with it, and it won't like look like, oh, I just switched like halfway through, even though I will have. In my previous reading journals, I have just done this as like a large log page that kind of just got like overwhelming after a while, and kind of just felt like I was copying over information from Goodreads. I don't know. I guess I kind of got bored with it and wanted to try something different. And I thought that it would be really nice to like sum up my months this way. So trying something a little different here. I do have a blank page here just because I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to start January. So I'll be going back to do this. But then I have a page for the Winter Ween Readathon. So I wrote down like the Insta prompts and the reading prompts so that I've got those there. Which books I'll be reading for each of the reading prompts, things that I want to do, like pictures that I need to take for the Instagram prompts, ideas of like winter inspired drinks, treats that I'd be able to make during the readathon, and then just making notes as I go. So I just started The Shining, even though the readathon doesn't start until the 5th. So I just made a note beginning with The Shining on the 2nd because I'm too excited to wait. My hold came up at the library, so I was just ready to jump on it and get going. So yeah, when I'm doing readathons, I want to try and do like a 2-page spread all the time to like kind of just like keep my notes and document like what my experience was like with the readathon that time around. And then I think this is my last page, but this is just like my actual like journal entries on the books that I've read. So I just kind of wrote like my general feelings and my rating. Oh, I forgot to put my rating here, but this is 4 stars. So when I find a pen, I will write that in. So I just kind of wrote like my general feelings. I did write the author there since I wasn't able to fit it on my log page. And, you know, just kind of put washi tape and stickers on to dress it up. And I wanted to do like a big chunk of paper on this one since it is from Legends and Lattes. I figured if there was a page to do it, it was my write-up on Legends and Lattes. So, yeah, both of these books, really wonderful. The Marriage Portrait by Maggie O'Farrell and Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. If you haven't read them, consider it. So I kind of plan to just kind of keep going through it each time I finish a book that I have something to say about, then I will do like another page for them. So I have a lot of room left in the journal, and so yeah, I hope that I am able to stick with it this year. I tend to fall off journaling around like springtime when it starts to get warm out, so hopefully I can keep up my pace and just keep going with it. So yeah, so that is my reading journal for 2024. I am looking forward to another year of reading. Thank you for being here. If you have posted a video of your reading journal flip through, share the link below. I would love to watch. And if you have like a spread that's in your journal that you're like, oh my gosh, I cannot live without this spread, I have to have it, and I don't have it in here, comment below and share that too, because it's always hard to decide like which spreads I should include and which ones are, you know, not as necessary. So I love suggestions and recommendations. So yeah, comment below. So there you have it, my 2024 reading journal. I'm very excited about it, and I really love the way that it has turned out so far. If you haven't already, like and subscribe for more bookish content. Yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this flip through, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!